Hey guys, how's it going? December 27th, 2017. I'm hearing a horn. I don't know if I missed this one. Oh, that was the last Amtrak that went through, I think. Oh, that's right. I was wondering where the horn was coming from. Like, oh, okay. I was wondering why. When I started off, I was in a car lot. I was like, why am I in this car lot? Literally looking at this. Anyways, enough of dealing with that. That's what I was looking at. I was like, easy terms. What? Stolen. That's cute. I've never noticed that before. I was literally looking at that too. I don't know why I was. I just happened to drop there in my save. Must have been in the air, like going over here or something. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Oh yeah, we were following the Amtrak last time around. I remember. Okay, so we're at the 20 whatever. There we go. Some moonlight into the picture. Much better. Okay, so we're not dealing with the Amtrak tonight. I guess we will do something. Last train that spawned from here was the last train that I ran from there, which was a little over a week ago, I think. So, I wasn't looking forward at all to this tonight, to be honest. Despite the fact that I had that 6 hour session on Sunday. Monday something was happening to me, and you know, this is a recurring thing. I just don't know exactly. I find the easiest excuse to get me out of the mood. Once I get into it, then it usually gets me into the mood again. It's just, yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. So, well, we got a mess of track here, so why don't we try this? Just because, and I ain't gonna be able to go too far, I don't think, because I got trains coming that I have to wait for. So let's spawn Q450. No, I don't want to do that. That ain't how I want to spawn, doofus. See, if I spawned a train, that would be, then you can do a lot of things. But when you do this and you go into the AI traffic generation, and we are going Moncrief southbound, which supposedly has some trains. I just don't know what's... We got a passenger, unit coal, unit refrigerator. They're up there, but maybe they're not high enough. I don't know. These probabilities suck, quite frankly. But the one we want, of course, is him. So we will spawn Q457. Take a look and see what that's all about. What's with the Chezzies? Oh, I got 4 engines today, though. Well, that's a little heavier. That looks like a big train. That looks like bigger than last time. So I guess the random bingo ball decided to do something different. Okay. So I don't want to block any crossings here. I don't even know if this thing's going to stop in time or what it's going to do, to be honest. I would love to go up to here. I mean, I could probably sneak ahead of it. I'm coming out of here. See, I can't go here because I got this guy already. Then I'm going to have this guy come in. he's fast enough, I might be able to follow him. He just... Place in the wind. I'll get to what I was going to say very shortly. Like, is he actually smart enough to stop at the red signal? I don't know if he is or not. The red over green for the intermodal coming out. So anyways, I can't really show you until... Is that him? Where the hell is he? You know, if he's way the hell back here... Okay. How far away is he? I mean, I can't tell by looking at that board. Okay, there he is. This is the guy I'm waiting for? Okay. So anyways, I'll get to what I was going to say while we're waiting for him. It's a red over yellow here. Then he gets... Yeah, restricting it for... Okay, whatever. Okay. Did he stop in time? He's still rolling around. What up, buddy? Yeah, all of a sudden the cars show up again. So anyways... I'm gonna get a Chesney leader again. I think I had the Chesney leader last time, but... I could be wrong, but I got 4 inches this time. LSDs this shit. Please tell me he's smart enough to stop. I don't know if he's smart enough to stop. So yeah, as I was saying, I haven't been in, there's been I think a combination of a few things really. I noticed on the weekend, actually, the weekend was a combination of, he's not going to stop on the damn road, is he? He's going to stop on the road, I'm just going to keep taking him. Come on, buddy. Stop! 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 Guess what? I'm gonna take it. Because there's nothing else I can do but wait for him anyway, so he's already there, so ideally I wouldn't do that, but okay. 450. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Amtrak's coming in behind him. Man, I should have threw this guy down here. Oh, this ain't good. You know something? Watch this. That's how you screw them up. Alright. So, we're ready to leave here, I think. think that's where I am, B yard. Should have a light now. I should have took control of it and just waited. So, yeah, combination of things, I think. Now, despite the fact that I enjoy streaming videos to YouTube, people tend to annoy me or get under my skin very easily. But that's not the only thing that's going on. I want to say that first and foremost. But the other thing that's going on is I think both myself and my son both seem to be trying to get away from this whole technology thing, spending more time on the computers. Now I try to do, this time of year, beginning of winter, it's cold as hell. We are in a deep freeze, so is most of the eastern parts of North America, so it's well, more just eastern North America. It has been cold, but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll know how to do it by the time the Amtrak gets here. I'll do that. Then I will do, I think, that. Yeah, there's going to be an interesting little pile of stuff, to say the least. I guess that's a crossing. I don't know. We're going to follow this guy. I think we followed somebody last time. So, yeah, I noticed that he doesn't admit to it. I sometimes have a hard time admitting to it. But it's true. I think there's more to life than playing video games. It's kind of tough when you don't have money, and there's so many things out there. It's hard to find it though in the middle, you're beginning of winter. All right, 54. What are you? You're that one. That's fine. There's nothing I can do but wait for him anyways. Okay, he's going, so that's good. So, boom, and boom, and then you're just going to park yourself right there. We're going to bring the Amtrak so that we don't delay him. He'll fly by all of us eventually. That ain't much of a crossing. I don't know what the hell that is. just keep. Looks like the other train's here. I think. I see brightness over there. These grade crossings are, so eventually I'm just going to hang here. Yeah, I should have just took control of that train and never let it out. But that's the problem when you got the AIs and they're coming in and you're holding it, they're gonna block the cross. They're not. There's some crossings they don't block and others they do. It's kind of weird. Alright. So, there was a lot of you probably trying to, okay, well, what the hell's annoying me? One person in particular probably knows that something annoyed me. Because I told him so. I basically responded to him. And I basically flat out said, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you're trolling me. But yet, they're watching my entire videos. And there's no disrespect needed meant towards this person, because if they're watching my entire videos, you know, or supportive or whatever, and there was some nice comments in there, it's just, I didn't take too well to it. And maybe that's my thick skin, or not a lack of thick skin, I should say. But I didn't take too well to it. And it put me in a pretty bad mood, because what happens is the information comes through, any comments through YouTube come through my emails, the forums, then I check regularly. And I was like, okay. So I was watching this, and this is where I like the forums. I can't stand YouTube comments. And honestly, I'm asking myself, this is where I start asking myself, why the hell am I doing this on YouTube? First of all, I wouldn't watch 6 hours. I mean, I do get bored sometimes, and I watch a lot of YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I do watch a lot of YouTube, especially if I don't feel like doing this, if I don't feel like playing a video game. My son and I, we both watch a lot of YouTube. But I know I have never watched, the most I've ever watched on YouTube, and we do it on a weekly basis, we will watch a just over 2 hour live stream of Subsistence. And it's fun to watch. It's like watching a show. It's really cool. But otherwise, I don't watch that much. You know, I'll watch some other stuff that's longer. I don't mind watching stuff or listening to stuff or podcasts that are longer. That's certainly something that I'll do. But I can say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, for me personally, I couldn't watch 6 hours. So whether or not people are watching the entire 6 hours, whether or not people are just fast forwarding and finding stuff or whatever, I mean, I do appreciate you coming out and, you know, taking a look. But again, I can't make any money off of this, unfortunately. I wish I could, considering there's potential for ad revenue and all kinds of things. Then, you know, that's when I would get into the editors and I would do different things. But since I can't even do it, it's no sense me even trying. I've got a lot of bandwidth, I've got, you know, potential to do it, I just haven't been able to. And I still get new YouTube subscribers all the time. I'm sure I lose them too. But I still keep seeing new subscribers. So, And I get likes on my Facebook page that I never update. Facebook page was not my idea. It was somebody else's. It was a former admin. Well, guess what? It's not getting anything done because there's nothing I put to it. I didn't want it. Somebody else wanted to put it there. So I'm like, all right, fine. And that somebody's no longer around. So, but this is where, you know, like, the reason why I do the YouTube is, one, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing. I get a lot of content, so I figure it's only, you know, it's nice for me to contribute something that I like to do. And that's why I do it. I guess there's my answer. Why do I do it? Well, I guess that's the reason why. Okay. So this guy was going... I know he's going that way. But... oh, I could have put him behind it. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, sure, why not? I was going to hold him for wait for him and then let him go, but nah. So anyways, the comment that bothered me, first of all, I can't, the two things I can diagnose that as an issue that bothered me because I know it bothered me, which is one, and it probably put me in a bad mood, and I really wasn't into it. I was tired, I guess you could put as another option here. I really wasn't looking forward to tonight, although I'm having fun right now, so that's good. I like getting things off my chest. That's another thing, so perhaps this is kind of like a, I don't know, soup for the soul, or getting, I don't know what you call this. Just something, you know, to get it off your chest and vent a little bit. And, you know, people listen, great. People don't, no problem. But there was something critical about that I should have dropped off cars. No, wait a minute. What was, there was something else. Oh yeah. This train from last week should have dropped off a bunch of cars in Orlando. And I said, well, here's the thing. You look at the way these trains are lined up. I got a, and you can see they're all assigned, and they're all assigned based on the train number. I cannot assign anything else unless I start going into the various industries, but instead they're assigned through the train. If I go through the industries, I'll show you. So you got Pecan 101, Pecan 102, Rand's Yard, Taft 8, Pecan 101. Actually, I think one of these is still screwed up. 799 I haven't added in. Oh man, that's going to be interesting. So there's still some stuff that I have to do, but anyways. So when you're looking at what that's all about, I don't know why that one's doing that and that one's not doing that. What the hell's that about? That's not right. That's weird. I don't know what that is, but that's the one it's supposed to do. A799 Taft 9. Why didn't it do it? Hold on a second. A799 know why it's doing that for that one, but that's okay. I'll let that go for now. That wasn't supposed to do that. Because when you look at these things, they're listed by the local freight symbol that deals with it, so that's that. And the industry tag is looking at this, that A784, see that? So it's seeing the number and it's saying, aha. That's what it's basing it on. So in order to get the yard to automatically revert it, because I wanted to make sure that that was in place, so those yard tracks will automatically revert if there's not enough people around to swap it. That's why that's in place. I can't do anything else other than that. The only thing I could do is force. I'm not even too sure what I could do to possibly force it. Okay. Tracks going in there. I'll give one more behind it. And then we'll be fine for there. I should have a light now, by the way. No, I don't have it yet. I thought I had it. Why wouldn't I have a light? That's strange. According to that, I have a... Well, oh, okay, never mind. That's the control point. So that's why that's in there. Now, I explained that in a reply, but then he brought me onto something else. And it started that whole confusion and delay thing. Because I made a joke about confusion and delay, which I make a lot of mistakes. First of all, I mean, my familiarity with whether it be dispatching, this particular line, or anything, where the industries are, etc. I haven't been trained into this. I'm learning this as I go. So he took me to a video link of a certain item, which means he watches the whole, either he watches the whole video or he pointed out or he saw a certain part of the video. I don't know if he watches the whole video or not. But it's like, okay, so I thought, well, maybe I missed something. So I took the time to look at it, and it was when I mistakenly realized that there's an industry with the same name, except one is a north and one's a south. And I realized I was putting the wrong one in. And I caught it. That has nothing to do with anything with this whole set-off in Orlando. Absolutely nothing. But anyways, and I mentioned to him, I'm like, geez, is that all I get? I get no posts on my forum, but you know, I get very, you know, I get some, you know, praise now and then and a few other things, but to have to put up with just that, it really makes me not want to do this. Which is weird, because I try not to let what other people think bother me, but it's different between what other people think. I could care less what other people think. It's what people have ability to comment. Like I said, people tend to annoy me. Especially when, you know, I was at a model railroad club I used to belong to, and, you know, I eventually gave it up because I like doing stuff like this. Back when we had a lot of, you know, we used to have a lot of people, we all got along just fine as far as I could tell. Things were fine. We had some great times at the beginning of Run8 version 2. And then, you know, people got busy with work and things got a little bit more stressful, and that was pretty much the beginning of the end. We all got along as far as I could tell. But these things happen. And you know, I'd like to say, you know, try to simulate the real world. This isn't the real world. Going back and forth at the dispatch and try to manage watching for a signal and trying to do all this is not the real world. Okay, he's here. So I may take away that signal. And so now, so right away, see, I'm already making changes. So this isn't the real world. You would a person running their train would not be doing this. But since he's coming up, he stopped the signal. I'm not gonna wait for him to get out of the way. So he's gonna keep going. I got an Amtrak right behind him. So he's clearing the way for that. See, now I would have had it. But them's the brakes. Now he's moving. So I'll minimize this. Or minimize. Computer lingo. What else is going on here? So yeah, and right now I'm having fun, so that's good. That's a good sign. I'm doing this, I get it off. Perhaps that's what I just need to do, is get it off my chest and do it on YouTube. Maybe I should quit, or maybe I need to stop commenting on YouTube or replying to YouTube comments, especially when I'm taking on a wild goose chase like that. I don't like that. And I was saying about the model railroad. I used to have somebody, I'd be switching the yard, and this know-it-all would constantly say, well, you should be doing this, and you should be doing this. I told him one day, you should shut up. I mean, you know, he's a 20-something kid. I'm like, okay, I mean, I've been doing this longer than you. I mean, you weren't even, you know, it's like, you should be doing that. It's like, shut up. I mean, I read Operations to Model Railroads back when he was probably in diapers. Doesn't mean his points aren't valid, and it doesn't mean that people don't have ideas and good suggestions either. I had one, and for all I know, it could be the same person because it was an anonymous post on my forum. It was a great idea about coal trains, something I didn't know. So I can be taught something. That's fine. But when, you know, you have a constructive idea, okay, have a constructive idea, but understand that if I'm going to rebuttal it and I'm going to say, well, this is the reason why this isn't done, and then take me on to somewhere else, it's like you're becoming annoying. This isn't the real world. It's supposed to be fun. Yes, I strive to have, you know, look at me back there. What was I doing? I didn't want that train to block the crossings. I would have held back it before that red light. But what happened? It was an AI. Well, if AI is going to do it, is that realistic? No. But that's the way it is. It's a simulator. And a simulator, whether it be good or bad, is still a game. Look at this guy. He's not dimming his lights for me. So what? I mean, does it take away some immersion? Does it take away this? I would love to have a nice switch list and be able to, you know, do this and do that and have scheduled trains and all kinds of things. I strive to have better things. But that's the one thing, and I don't want to harp on this person either. I don't know who he's honking at. Wow. I think that was a crossing. Okay, now, since he's out of the way, or getting out of the way, Amtrak's coming. I think. Or no, Amtrak's right behind him. Okay. He's still honking like crazy. That's cool. Wow, that got pretty busy with this Amtrak in here. Okay. So that's okay. I can do that. I can. Oh, yeah. He's gonna have to get going because then I can't even switch that yet. That's pretty cool. So I should be able to get a yellow. But no, I'm having fun right now. And actually, I wasn't looking forward to it. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes my memory forgets, you know, how much fun I have, or something just gets to me and just like, I don't want to do any of this. But anyways, the other thing that's going on, and it's probably burnout too. I did quite a bit on that Sunday, this past Sunday. So, but sometimes it's just like, okay, you know, it's just like, okay, well, I did this for 6 hours. Now, mind you, I didn't do it for people. Honestly, I did not do it for anybody else. It just gets annoying to hear it. And it's getting to the point where, you know, if it gets too much, if it starts to get too annoying, I may cancel comments. I just may disable comments for all videos. I may do that. But we'll see. For now, I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to let, you know, just one person, you know, ruin the fun. And, you know, and then they can come over to my forum. Now, the good thing about this is if they come over to my forum, at least others have a possibility of backing me up. YouTube videos, yeah, if it gets real popular, yes, it's possible. But a lot of times with YouTube, what'll happen is if a video gets old, I get comments from videos that I posted 3 years ago. Mostly positive. A lot of people want to know where to get the game and stuff like that. It's amazing how much reach that has. But the other thing that's still going on is you know, I still enjoy subsistence, but there was a point, I think, where I was feeling as if I was getting maybe burnt out in that as well. What's this? Oh crap! I forgot about you. I thought I had him going, but I didn't. That wasn't right. Okay. So anyways, yeah, the bottom line, doing this kind of thing, you wouldn't be doing this if you were in a train. You'd have a dispatcher, you'd have office clerk, you'd have, you know, you'd have train masters who'd be scheduling the trains, calling the crews. There'd be all kinds of things going on. So I try to be as realistic as possible, but there are certain limitations. And the way when you go into the F2 and it spawns, sorry, shift F2, and you spawn that train as is, look at the parameters you have. You don't have any. The only other way around that is to use something like RTS. We do not have RTS for version 2. The reason why I have not added or continued to do it is because of the fact that most of these trains I would like to spawn for everything, like I did in RTS 1. You cannot do it in this. You cannot spawn an AI train. You would have to go everywhere. That train that just spawned out of thing, if I had it part of a system, a car forwarding system, I'd have to get out of this train. I believe I have to relinquish it. pretty sure I'd have to relinquish it and set up the AI. There's these things. So this is where I'm okay for suggestions. I'm okay for people asking me, is it possible to do this? Is it possible to do that? But I don't think people understand what the hell I'm up against here. And it irritates the hell out of me. Especially when you explain something and then they start taking you on a wild goose chase. That's where I felt like I was being trolled. Honest to God, I felt like I was being trolled. It really felt that way. And I didn't get any more responses from that. Maybe he's gone, maybe he's not interested, maybe he's watching me right now. I don't know. And I don't care. To be honest, I don't care. All I'm saying is that's why I did care enough that it bothered me and it got to me. So I'm human enough to admit that, yeah, it got to me. But anyways, there's more than that. I don't know if it's that was building up, but that has nothing to do with subsistence, I can tell you that. So subsistence, haven't had much as far as interest, but then again, my base is Run8. I know that. But for whatever reason, subsistence, I've been noticing my son, he still plays it, but he doesn't play it as often as we used to. And the whole thing was him and I would do something in multiplayer. There we go. 0.9. Ooh. So I get an approach behind the other guy. Well, that Amtrak's not there yet. Oh, shoot. I gotta get him going. Thought I already set him up. Guess not. But yeah, I've been feeling for a very long time that I'm trying to get, and it's not just playing, it's actually being on YouTube, not doing this so much. I've been trying to find a way to use my bandwidth. So that's why I was going into other things, which could have potentially widened my channel, widened my reach. I may still do that too, but there's a part of me that just wants to get off the damn computer. Problem is, at this time of year, what am I going to do? It's cold. I'm very, you know, I used to not really worry about too much. I'd be more warmer than cold. This year, I don't. The last couple of years, actually, not just this year, but the last couple of years, it has been tough for me to handle the cold. And right now, we got some of the coldest temperatures I've felt in a very long time. Okay, so the 15 here. Start at the 15. Wow, yeah, I got a longer train tonight. 6,700. What do I got for pecan anyways? 114 cars. And, yeah, fair amount for pecan. More for 7.99. Holy crap. Yeah, I need to get my butt end out of Jacksonville. Because that Amtrak's going to be coming in. Of course, he's not going to go to the station. He's just going to go Grand Junction like everybody else does down here. Okay, so everybody's okay here. Oh, sorry. And that's the thing with dispatching and doing that, you know, it's hard to pay attention and do it all. It's just the way it is. Amtrak is coming.
Get him going, but I can't. So he's just stuck in the mud. I ended up doing this tonight. At first, like I said, I didn't really feel like doing it again. And I think Monday, I was tired too, but yeah, Monday I was just like, ugh. And believe me, I didn't do anything much better. All I did was watch YouTube and go to bed early, fall asleep watching YouTube. To the spring when I can get my boat out and do these things. The thing is, that's not really going to change much of my stuff during the week. At least I can't see how it's going to. I mean, yes, I could, in theory, go out on the water after work. I still have this. I still have this part of me that likes to do everything with my son. I don't know if that's guilt for not, you know, not so much guilt because maybe, like obviously separated and divorced. Now, I don't blame myself for why that happened. In fact, I don't put much blame on myself, to be quite honest. But I still do feel guilty about the fact that I can't always be there with my son. So anytime I get to have some fun with my son, I certainly take advantage of it. Now, that being said, if I can't see my son, there should be no reason why I didn't. A good step that I took on Christmas Day, when I couldn't see my son, it was totally out of my control, and I had that full day to myself back on Monday. And this could be part of the reason too why Monday was a little bit weird for me. I tried to go to Toronto that day. Didn't work out, but I tried. At least I tried. I got up to Aldershot and then it didn't work. Aldershot's like halfway between where I live and Toronto. It's Burlington. Burlington, Hamilton. It's on the western end of Lake Ontario. So I was ready to get myself on a commuter train and head to Toronto. Didn't know what the hell I was going to do there, but other than maybe watch a movie, as crazy as that sounds, but just to get out and make a day of it. I knew I wanted to get out of the house, so. Okay, is it going to go to 15? No, I guess it's 15 and 10, so. Attention to what's going on. Okay, I'm clear there. That's good. I'll wait till I get this crossing. So I think I have to talk to my son a little bit more about what we're going to do in our spare time, because I don't have cable TV. He knew that I had to get rid of it, even though both of us like professional wrestling. That's what we watched in the meantime. We both liked it. We both had fun with it, despite the fact that we were kind of bored of it. And we were. Okay, let me reverse that, normal that, clear that out, and that means the Amtrak should be, oh shoot. Yeah. Now I gotta clear everything here. Okay, go. This one, well, you know, I'm gonna have to fleet them all. Despite the fact, you know, hopefully I can keep up with them, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, I'm gonna fleet. I'm gonna come right behind him. I did this tonight. I really am. Yeah, I didn't feel like running and honking and doing this and all that other stuff. Although I could have ran a Q457, I certainly needed to. It's Q458. Certainly have enough traffic going the other way, so that's good. we got the one intermodal, so I should be. He's waiting for another intermodal regardless. This guy's in his way. I really don't want to run restricting. Where does that brightness come from, anyways? I can't figure that out. Oops. Still trying to figure out, you know, there was a side of me that just wanted to not go on, not do YouTube, not post anything, just disappear for a while. I wanted to do that a few times, but I know if I do it, honestly, I know if I did it, I'd be miserable. Unless I have an alternative plan, I'd be miserable. And I do want to see this through. I actually want to get the server up. A little behind, because I was expecting to do more over the holidays, but that's okay. Oh, I thought that was a crossing again. Alright. So you should be fleeted Amtrak's going in. To see how things go. I mean, the Sunday, Monday, I wish it was 8 days in a week sometimes. Although, I'd want that extra day off if it was 8 days in a week. But having the Sunday and Monday together sometimes isn't always the best thing. Because I think there's the possibility of burnout right there. At least for me. Excuse me. But, this head ends at 651.1. Just 4 miles away. I'd be right in the yellows, but I'll have to get a green. That'd be really cool. I think I got it. Wow. Very nice. Sightings away are like, what the hell? There's no room for anything. I got a 25 reduction. Ahead of me now. Well. Okay, so let's get the lights going here. There's nothing I can do about that except hold the main, which I might do actually. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I had no choice for him. Could have brought him in around and then had a three-way meet, but oh, sorry, Mr. Thought I was busy. Yeah, I'll keep that. Do that. Do I want to fleet him after that? I don't care. I do want to get these guys going. Damn, I'm missing all kinds of grade crossings here. Oh, crap. what I'm doing is I'm holding the main at Yukon. Then I'll bring the intermodal in behind the coal. Which will work just good. It's bad enough he has to wait that long for one, but if I ever get burnt out by running this train, I can also AI it. I can AI a lot of things. I don't have to pander to the audience necessarily. If I ever feel I'm burnt out, just kind of like what I did on Monday. I ended up doing it anyways, and then I was just burnt out and didn't want to do anymore. I could have gone and, cleaned up. There's always housework to do. I got tons of housework to do. Always. I just decide not to do it. So, I mean, I do enough, or I do enough to get me by, let's say, but okay. You need like 20 counters with all the speed things. I'm glad I got that thing up there telling me what's going on, because I can't keep track of all the various counters. Especially when you're a long train like this. of busy territory to worry about dispatching so much. Why I'm holding the main is I'm going to have the intermodal come around me. He should be able. Ah, crap! I missed one. Dang it! Dang it! Let's pretend I just honked. Man, I need a list of grade crossings or something. Okay. I gotta bring him down to the intermodal's got to go to down to a slower speed anyways, but at least it keeps him moving. Not that he's going to gain too much. He probably could have waited for me. But I'm stopping now, so. Not too sure what crossings I am blocking, but I'm going to hold short of this one. I can see the signal. So he's good for here. Keep him going. Give him that light as well. We'll see what happens down here. I might veer him off behind him, depending upon how fast he is. This is looking good for me, no problem. Too sure about that. I think he's good for now. Oh, he has another intermodal, so yeah. It's probably going to be DeLand or maybe Barberville, but I'm thinking DeLand at this point, but we'll see. So everything else is looking good. So I'm going to step out for a minute and check my laundry or get my laundry, and I'll be right back.
real busy day tomorrow. That's what happens with these holidays. You start losing. Today's my first day back at work because in Canada we have Boxing Day. So, not to mention we get half days on the Friday. I got a half day this Friday. I'm like, oh my god. They want to do year-end moving around file storage. Like, oh my god. They're not as busy because the sales aren't as busy. So they're not taking orders. So they're they got a lot of time. I don't. See, the orders that were placed a few days ago, or about a week ago, I guess it would be now, are starting to come in. They're starting to show up at the couriers. So that affects me. I expect possibly as of Friday, if not Tuesday, will get really slow for me. By then, you know, it won't matter as much because I won't be as stressed out trying to get stuff done. I had customs, it all got screwed up on me this morning. I kind of knew it would too. I just had a funny feeling. But at least the one thing seems to be okay, so I had a lot on my mind too for going back to work today. So it is okay. I didn't ship anything today. I wanted to, but I just couldn't. I couldn't get it. I didn't come back until... wasn't back till like 3:50 in the afternoon. Normally I'm back by 10:30 in the morning. So at that point I was 5 hours behind. And so now I got double the shipping tomorrow. Hopefully the clearance went through. As long as the clearance went through. If the clearance didn't go through, I'm going to be really furious in the morning. I'm sure it will. I don't see why not, anyways. There's no issues with it. I'm not too sure if that detector was for somebody in front of me or behind me. Definitely enjoying this tonight, so that's a good thing. Like I said, I don't know. I forget this train is, and this train isn't, you know, I can let it run AI and just do the set-offs. As long as they're done, they're fine. Probably won't run all the locals in order this time, but we'll see. I got some tweaking to do, some of the industries. A lot of stuff to do. Sometimes you just want to have fun. And I'll have to talk to my son. I'll have to see. I'm holding off on a Christmas present for him. So maybe there's something that he wants that I might be missing. Or that, you know, him and I can do together. I'm not sure about that one.
I'm gonna give him 4. Yeah, you're gonna hold the land. Oh, we got a train. Oops. He's gonna hold the land. What do we got? Where's that? Oh, it's half launch pad. I see you. Blah is what I say about that. Remember, they're in the controlled side. Speaking of which, AI status, we have got 7 AI trains, plus myself. Retrospect, that probably was better to just keep moving him. I saved him a little bit of time, but he would have made up some time going through, just staying on the main here as opposed to going through the siding. At least it wasn't a dark siding. That's why I considered doing it. I know I have my son quite a bit this weekend, so Sunday and Monday could be out. The next time I could be running maybe Wednesday, so it'll give me a lot of time to reflect and think. And yeah, next Monday, New Year's Day, will be with my son, as far as I know. So unless I do something Monday, well, I could be doing something by Monday night. It's hard to say, because he's going to be off still. Like in Canada, they get 2 weeks off. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to run for 2 hours on a Monday night, unless I am totally bored and I just can't see it. Yeah, here he comes. So I'll stack this signal as soon as he's through the switch here. To watch him pull up. Let me see what else is going on. Oh, he's already here. Alright. Uh-oh. That wasn't good.
Didn't seem to slow down that much. You could have been flying through here, I suppose, but not really. Not by much. Nothing much happening in the forum as of late. It's hard to say. There's not really much of a buzz. There's not really much of anything at the moment. I really don't have a clue what to expect once this does launch. It doesn't seem like there's that much interest personally. I mean, I know there's been some mentioning or whatever about joining their server, joining their group, and all this other stuff, but I really don't have any pulse on what to expect as far as the server goes. Okay, that's okay, because ultimately it's going to be, something about how things go with me. We'll see how it goes. And the reason, going back to RTS2, the reason why RTS2, as far as I know, wasn't developed, Ski and I had a conversation. Ski didn't seem that interested in it. He was doing his thing, and he also he felt it was more of a burden to spawn trains that were created, as did I. So we were kind of on the same wavelength as that. And he was the developmental arm of it, plus he lost a lot of his automation when version 2 came out. He didn't have some of the things that he had developed in version 1, he didn't have in version 2, so plus, he's been very busy with work. I know he was supposed to have some time. I
honestly, I haven't heard from him since before the holidays. So I'm not sure what's happening. He's got his karate, which he loves. So I'm going to keep on supporting him for that. That's for sure. That is his activity. He used to be into soccer. I told him, you can't have both. You're going to have to pick one or the other. And, he made his choice. So, as far as when he's at home, he's got TV at home, but he's not interested in TV. Or at least that's what he's telling me. He's not interested in, what's TV. But though, it's kind of strange because the other night I saw him, he was glued to the TV when I got there. So, he was watching something I have no idea. And I said, I thought you didn't like TV. And I guess something caught his attention. But anyways, he does spend a lot of time on YouTube, and most of it is watching various video games. So it's nice that he's got it. I tried to show him different parts of YouTube this weekend. I told him, I says, yeah, you can watch video games if you want, but there's so much other stuff. Like he's the type that would watch something like what I do for 6 hours. Not to say he'd watch it 6 hours straight, but I can see him doing that. And he can't watch subsistence videos at his mom because his mom don't like it. So mom won't let him because it's got shooting and it's kind of gore and all that crap. So whatever. I don't care. Age 9, I know he knows the difference between reality and a video game. Oh man, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, you get out. Get him out at least. Wow, this thing 0.9 is heavy trade for this. going to put him? I got the intermodal coming. Well, there's only one place I can put him. I cannot risk putting him at Pecan. Which means, since I gotta go to Pecan anyways. Whoa! I was thinking of running all the way up this Statsima, and then I realized, no, I got Pecan to deal with. What's that? 8076. Crap. Can I get that off of there? Thank you. Who's doing that? I should know better. I was looking at that, I was like, why is he stopping? starting to sneak in now because I can see the cloud formations up ahead. Dispatch board is. I could, in theory, upgrade that signal, provided he had at least not an intermediate. Oh no, he would have to have an intermediate, even if it was to switch to normal and upgrade to a higher signal, because there's the risk that the switch can go out of alignment. So basically, it has to cancel the signal first. You can't just flick the switch. You can, but you have to assume that it would cancel, because in between normal and reverse, that light has to go to red. It just doesn't switch from one to the other, because it's out of alignment. And switches will get out of alignment. Out of alignment errors if it doesn't lock into one position. Then they have to. That's why you'll never get a clear signal on certain switches, because it has nothing to do with Run8, but in the real world, when something's out of alignment, it's a CTC error, which is interesting because that's something they could simulate potentially, but I don't think they're thinking that far ahead. A lot of things they can simulate. A lot of things I can simulate. A lot of things I can program. I keep saying that, but I never get around to that. Playing is much more fun than programming. Line them up. basically what I got to get used to, which is almost impossible with my memory. Is get used to where the grade crossings are, so that I know when I can get away from looking at the screen for a tiny bit. But that would just, you know, I just have to do some planning. And a lot of different planning little things, especially dispatching, knowing the actual mileages and stuff like that, which I can't really see from the dispatch board. I'd have to have maps. All those little realistic things that you can do, I mean, to make it, you know, more realistic. Holy crap. I'll be holding the main with him. See, that's what I mean. He was... I was going to put him into land. I could have put him in Barberville. Instead, he's going to hold the main in Barberville by the looks of it. So just because there's sidings there doesn't necessarily mean that that's the proportional distance. So now I got a guy that's holding a main, which is fine. It is what it is. Oh crap, I didn't want to do that. There. Wrong siding. Camera restricting signal. Let's see, did I screw him up? No, he's still going 67. That's a good sign. But that's the other issue is for this board, you want to see the intermediate signals. You need to know where they are. I know it's condensed with all that crap going on in the terminal. Since we're on multiple screens anyways, it'd be nicer. Knowing intermediate signals are very, very important tools. Knowing the speeds are important, mileages, all important tools. I'd like to see that higher. 60's nice. Hello. What's my speed to? 60's nice and all. It's a nice round number, but you know, it's. I mean, once the scheduling system's in, then I can schedule realistic trains for wherever I want to be. Don't have to worry about being a train master. The trains will spawn. You know, then I could, you know, potentially work my way back over to Waycross. It's potential. Doesn't say it's going to happen. So I'm interested in what's going to come out at the end of the year, you know, towards for 2018, the potential for version 3. Like I said, I may not buy version 3. I may just wait and see. Wait and see what it has for me. Then make a choice. I'm not going to get. I'm not going to jump on this time. I didn't jump on the last route that came out. And it's got nothing to do with not supporting Run8 or anything like that. I support Run8, whether they know it or not. They can take me off whatever list they want. I mean, or just because I voice my opinion or don't like the direction and all that. They answer the call for the direction. That's all they had to do, and I understand. People get sick, people have issues, people have jobs. I get it. Just wanted to know what was going on. And for the most part, I like the direction they're going now. At least what they've stated. Obviously, it's been a tough year for them, for various things. A lot of things going on. Life happens. I get it. I mean, right now, I don't know. I've heard T-Scat still in development, but I don't know. You know, I could have wrote something a long time ago, personally, and that was something I would have wrote, because put it this way, had I known a little bit more about how it worked and how to influence, and I'm not the only one that's tried to contact and try to get information about this. There are people out here who can program, especially something that's behind the scenes, that works behind, that's data driven, that's not necessarily quote unquote user friendly or pretty. I can program that. That's something that's worth my while programming, because if I can program an AI dispatcher, I don't have to be playing around with this all the time. That to me is a benefit, because then it changes things. Now it would be an AI assist, it would be an AI dispatcher, but there'd be a lot of different things that I could try, and if it was running with Run8 in tandem, it would have voice prompts so that it would play an audio of something if it needed help. You know, some type of audible notification that would get my attention, basically. Okay, let's get this guy, keep him going. I don't know if that was an issue there or not, just in case it was. Well, oh, that's interesting. not real symbols, and the reason why they're not real symbols is because of the random bubblegum generator, the random bingo counter, or bingo bubble, or whatever the hell you want to think, whatever it's called. Pick a number out of it, put it back in the thing. That's the way it works. That's not the way how the real world works, but they're talking about the scheduling system or something, so cool. We'll see how that goes. What else has been going on? The one route that I'm actually might be interested in California purchasing is LA. Despite my fears of having having California expand too much, that was the route I thought was coming out with version 2, and it didn't. And then they went with Seligman Sub, which I thought was kind of bizarre considering they were working on LA already. But anyways, I don't know what happened there. But maybe they had to work on other stuff behind the scenes to get it to work. I don't know. I'm still somewhat interested in it. I say somewhat. I was watching some videos on Seligman. As much as I like some of the scenery and the crossing the Rio Grande and some of the hills and stuff like that, it's too much for me. I look at the systems, I look at the flow of traffic. The thing is a freaking monster. And for some people they like it, and more power to them, and hopefully it generates sales. Maybe somebody's from the area that like that route, you know, whatever. I see it as just a little bit of a prettier deals, basically. And I think, honestly, I think Needles had a place. Needles had a place, Cajon had a place, and the original Mojave Sub. They all had a place because they made Barstow relevant. Without Needles, Barstow wouldn't be as relevant heading the opposite direction. Now it is, since they put Needles. Seligman, they didn't need. But they did it. You know, I understand, it's California. It's their home turf. But that's where I stepped out and said, you know, I'll pass on that one, and I'll still join California servers. I just don't run anything that has to do with Seligman. If I'm running towards that direction, I hit Needles, so I do Virginia. Pretty simple. Okay. Coming up to another signal here. He's still going. He's still going. Oops. Wow. sighting last time. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna bother with the set off tonight. We'll see. 28:52, but I might want to do other things. But it's, you know, I just did this a little over a week ago now. So, if I run this all the time, I can see getting bored of it really quick. Especially because this route isn't, I don't know, it's fun. It's a fun route. It was fun at first. It was like, okay, the trains are there now. I'm just kind of yawning again. I'm actually finding more interest in the switching, which is really odd. But, you know, those things are possible. Once I announce sessions, then, you know, I follow through. I do to however long I say I'm going to do them. But, as long as the people are there to sign up, then that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to put in the pecan tonight. I don't think I'm going to set off. I was going to stop at pecan anyways, but I was going to set off at first, but I think I'll do that first thing next Wednesday by the sounds of it. Okay, so Westicoli. I'm set for the siding at Pecan. I've got the other trains coming. Everything else is going good. That's a lot of traffic. Yeah, I slept good last night. Pretty sure I slept good last night. I woke up early today, but it's because I was falling asleep watching TV again last night, or watching TV, watching YouTube. This almost bores me as much as YouTube right now. passing information down. Maybe the latest map from Sean Nolatron has it. I don't know. Some of his maps have it. Others, I don't know if they all do. I'd have to check his latest. Take a look at that tomorrow. like a YouTube kind of show. Because I watch a lot of YouTubes and I enjoy them, but they're always experts speaking to an interviewer. I would find it more interesting to get the take from the average Joe who wants to talk about something. Like you know, for example, I may lean more conservative, but I can emphasize with being a liberal. So, that being said, not so much, you know, somebody who's rational and being able to talk about some of the issues that they're concerned with, some of the issues I'm concerned with, and stuff like that. You know, and have conversations.
RTS, equipment defect, detector, milepost, 688.6.
Like automation on society, that's something that really has me thinking. I see the benefits of it, but I also see the dangers of it. So I see both sides of it. I try not to be too biased. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have a spin, and yeah, everybody's gonna have a bias, but that kind of thing. I don't want to interview the experts. I want to talk to average, everyday people. Problem is, anytime I try to do something, I get very little. It's like I don't know how to really go about trying something. I'd love to say if I had a pool of friends, to just start with a pool of friends and just start doing commentaries and having Google, you know, like Google Hangout type things. Ski and I can do that. I mean, there's a lot we can talk about. It'd be kind of interesting. I'd like to do it with others. I mean, you know, I think of, you know, I think of how they've had like, what is that one? There's various, I've seen various YouTube shows talking about trains. You know, Let's Talk Trains, and At the Rail Yard, for example, is another one. So yeah, those are cool, and they talk about trains, which is great.
CNN, equipment defect, detector, milepost, 688.6. No defect. Total actual.
But that'd be really neat.
0. End of transmission.
Because there seems to be a lot of divide, especially in the States. I mean, I'm from Canada, but there's a lot of divide. I think it's around. I think it's everywhere too. It's really amplified in the States, but there's divide in a lot of places. Believe me. People don't know what to think, what to believe, who to trust. You know, it's crazy. know any better, I would say the section between DeLand, both north and south, are two different railroads, or were formerly two different railroads. And I might have seen this before too. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at the way the sidings are set, and this is prototypical, they're all the controlled sidings, Benson Junction. I thought controlled sidings were the ones with CTC. I thought those were considered dark sidings. But anyways, I never heard of that terminology before. They're all, you get restricting signals going for all of those. So. Boy, I think I did that one right. 36. Oh, we gotta get down to 25 soon. Heavier train than I had last time. Oh boy. Not good. Oh, did I screw that one up? Down to 28, but I was like, yeah, you know, I can do the dynamics. I'll probably get down enough, and I'm just like, he ain't going. Then I put minimum brake. He still ain't going. Real life, though. I've seen worse in real life, actually. Of course, if I had a conductor, he would be saying, like, hey. Like, if this guy actually did something, that'd be cool. Tell me where to switch, tell me where to drop, and maybe have an AI conductor and have him come out. You know, he has your switch list, and he's walking out and throwing the switch. That'd be really cool. That would be pretty awesome, actually. Okay, so I guess we're here. What the hell happened there? 5:13, all of a sudden the sky just changed. clouds and they just all disappeared. That was weird. I wonder if it's over here. Let me see. Oh! Hello. That? The heck? What is that? I'm just curious. What is that? Where's the moon? Okay, he's over here. Oh, I know. I'm not honk honk. No, I'm being bad. I'm being bad. Is this where it's dark or light? I can't remember. Here? This way. Go back by the drop. Okay. So half moon. Half moon. Clouds look to change, just the visibility changed. Something. Brightness. Dark. What the heck? What is up with that? What is up with that? Darkness. Bright. Darkness. Right? Darkness. Okay, what's with Rice Creek? Why is it doing that to us? I'm very curious. Yeah, well, whatever. We can now, so I don't care. Alright, let's... No. Okay, I gotta put a new counter on, which is that one. Oh boy. So we have got... car number 8. That's not good. See, this is where the blocking is a pain, especially with this load empty thing. And this is another thing that irks me, but it's what it is. 8 and 19. And judging by the way things are up here, I'm gonna have to at least make one set out. Or end it for the night. Yeah, New Orleans, forget you. Maybe I'll try to go to the half past the hour. weekend has 2 trains, so I'd have to take a look, and I don't think there's a train that comes out of Orlando. Just going back to that whole Orlando thing. Otherwise, I could possibly do it. But I don't recall seeing an Orlando train. I think they're all Taft. From the 67 all the way down to 776. Now, I may have been able to run through the yard. I haven't tried doing that, but it was probably possible. Would have been a little easier. Or make it a little easier for the traffic, especially with coming up. Oops. Stop. Oh shoot, I just realized 776 is that damn stupid Orlando Utilities. So it isn't yeah. Now I gotta go backwards. I haven't fixed that yet. I realized that as soon as I saw the stupid ballast in the damn hopper. Okay. So there is only one train out of here. Did I break the air? Yeah, of course I did. I was thinking I wasn't having any. Yeah, so much for that. Well, this is definitely confusion and delay. It wasn't a Chesney, it was a Conrail. I wasn't too concerned about him. It's the guy that's behind him that I was more concerned about. I could have ran through the yard, had him go into the siding, I probably would have got around him. What else is going on? Okay. I think I did that right. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's another one that I'm going to have to deal with. Put him in the main this time, put him down the siding. Alright, so at the bottom of the hour, I think I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to set it out next time. Hopefully. I'd go for another half hour, but I figured, nah, forget it. Work on that. Okay. So that is it. I think everything else is okay. Well, if it wasn't, then I have to fix it just now. Looks like it's okay. I can see everything as far as I can tell. Oh shoot, I forgot about you. Oh well. Deal with him later. Anyways, that is it for now. I don't think I'll be back Monday. probably next Wednesday. So, regardless of that, yeah, why would I be Monday? Oh, Monday night would be New Year's Day night or whatever. So, anyways, have a good New Year's, and I will see you probably next Wednesday. Talk to you later.